So Arcane's newest season just dropped recently, and a lot of people have been talking about it and creating fan art for it. Not only does this show have an amazing story with interesting characters, but the art style is up there with Into the Spider-Verse, and, debatably, it might be even better. By looking closer, we could see a few techniques being used here. The first one that I want to mention is the use of hard edges. It gives the characters more of a rugged and edgy look that fits well within the atmosphere of the story. If you take a look at the Asaro head, you can see how much it translates to the facial features of the characters. There's a lot of emphasis on the different planes of the face that we're not really used to seeing in a lot of different animated shows or movies. If we compare this with the design for most Disney movies, you can clearly tell how much softer the facial features look. Even in a lot of anime, you don't really get a chance to see a strong emphasis on the planes of the face. It's very simplified for the most part, but still fitting for the tone or mood the show is trying to convey because it's paired with other elements such as the background, lighting, color, and the overall shape language and silhouette of the characters. Textures are also used a lot here and give the characters more of a painterly look, especially like for some of the backgrounds. You'll see a lot of loose brush strokes, but they're intentional and it gives that extra layer of detail. If you've never used textured brushes for skin before, now would probably be a good time to try it instead of just using that baby smooth soft brush and blending everything out. Or what you could do if you're not comfortable using textured brushes is go the more simple route, which I did, and just use the basic round brush. And when you go into color, just leave in a lot of your brush strokes to give your character texture. Instead of blending a lot of things out, you're going to want more hard edges than soft edges. This is what gives that illusion of extra detail when really you're just being a little bit more messy with your brush strokes, but it's intentionally messy. So you're still painting in your shadows and your highlights and your midtones where they need to be. You're just having a lot more rough brush strokes and harder edges. Obviously, it's still okay to blend out some of your brush strokes, but just be aware of how much blending you're actually doing. If you feel like you're blending too much, just reference back to the Asaro head and you'll know where the hard edges need to be on the planes of the face. Another thing I want to mention here is there is also a little bit of line art around the eyes and the nose, which shape them nicely. Not much I really need to say there, just use a sharp brush, outline those areas, and you're good to go. Now, when I did this painting of Echo, I was very tempted to blend out some of the brush strokes that I made on the face, but I learned that leaving in those loose brush strokes gives that character the texture and painterly feel that I was looking for. And honestly, it felt really good to just paint a little messy and not have to worry about blending everything out. With my previous paintings, you can see how much softer my characters are compared to what I'm trying to do now with this Arcane art style. And I think moving forward, I'll definitely try to utilize these techniques a lot more that I've learned along creating some of this fan art. Because for me, with my digital art, I have a traditional background, and whenever I'm doing a new digital painting, it starts to feel too digital, if that makes sense. Like, I lose that sense of a traditional feel, and I really do like a more painterly look. And I feel like with this method and these techniques, it does give the artwork more of a painterly feel. With all that being said, I hope you guys did learn something today. If I missed something, please leave a comment below. I'm not a perfect artist and I'm not a professional artist. These are just some of the things that I've noticed along with this arcane art style trend that I've been seeing lately, and I just wanted to share my thoughts on it. So if you liked the video, go ahead and share it. Other than that, I will see you guys on the next one.